Have you ever dreamed of being a knight? Fantasized about yourself in a large set of armour, swinging swords, axes, maces? What about saving that fair maiden? Maybe laying with all the...
wenches? Ain't that right?
Well, I wouldn't call them that. What about even slaying dragons? Now's your chance to step into a medieval depiction of 15th century Bohemia. Minus the dragons. Hello and welcome to the Electrical Underworld, and this is our honest review of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Don't worry, no spoilers ahead. Created by Warhorse Studios over in Czechia, Kingdom 2 is a first-person open-world RPG game. It picks up where the first game left off. So, you could go back and play the first, and if you don't fancy that, you could watch a video of someone else playing it or explaining it. However, the game does a great job of explaining the story well and fills in the backstory. You play as Henry of Skalitz, former blacksmith's apprentice whose village was destroyed and parents killed in the previous game. That's kinda like Batman. He's our protagonist alongside his trusty companion Mutt. Unlike a lot of today's games, Warhorse Studios have taken us back to the original style RPGs, slower paced, with more focus around becoming completely immersed within the gorgeous world that they've created for hours at a time. You could consider this more of a cozy game, not always providing the instant gratification that our TikTok brains crave. Just focusing on the main quests could take you upwards of 50 hours with no side quests. But for a full experience playthrough, you could be looking at 80 hours plus. The game is huge, with over 100 quests to complete that all feel unique and far from the standard grab an item and return type quests we've become accustomed to in previous years. Bethesda, we're joking. Please release Elder Scrolls 6.
Please.
The world is a recreation of medieval Bohemia, the westernmost and largest historical region of the Czech Republic. The graphics are beautiful, not quite at a Red Dead Redemption 2 level, but it has its charm. A world surrounded by greenery, it is peaceful, beautiful, like walking through a National Trust park, without the annoying people. Sound design is amazing. Rain patters on rooftops and splashes in ponds. Swords clang together in a satisfying way. Punches connect with their full might. Mud, gravel, hay, wood all creak, crunch, crack, crinkle under the pressure of your feet. Well, apart from this lady's accent that seems to change during cutscenes.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
Random. NPCs go about their day working, drinking, sleeping, dumping it out. Like they almost believe they're actually real. Henry disrupts these individuals' worlds in any manner, annoying people and getting into fistfights, walking into homes uninvited and being told to bugger off just as quickly as he's entered.
Hey! You're not allowed here!
Everything feels authentic, like it'd been meticulously thought out, which we'd hope it has been. You fight, help, hinder, work, play and sleep, just like anyone would back then. You can forge the blacksmiths,
Go bad on me soon. Someone should really do something about
prepare potions at any alchemy bench, play dice with the village people. You can smoke, cook, dry, boil food how you wish. Of course, we can't guarantee you won't get food poisoning. I mean, if you don't wash, you are met with many displeased responses to your stench.
Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
I've heard this happens in real life too. I wouldn't know. The underworld always stinks of death. Anyway, speaking of death, the combat. You can select from 3 different playstyles: Soldier, an expert in combat; Advisor, an expert in dialogue; a Scout playthrough, hiding in the shadows, an expert in stealth. The combat feels weighty. Each hit that lands feels significant, looks like it hurts, and gives a good sense of realism and satisfaction, better than chipping away at a health bar. You can see the enemies slowly slump as they become weaker throughout the fights. The combat has certainly been upgraded from the previous game. It is complex and unique. If you're used to speedy shooters, it may take a while to get used to. Prepare to be annoyed and prepare to die a bunch of times. One of the very few downsides of the game is the limited saving options. Sleeping in a bed using a saviour snaps, a potion that must be brewed or is given to you by Pavlena during the prologue. Specific mission checkpoints and save and quitting when leaving are the very few options, unlike other games that utilise a save button. So you may find yourself a couple hours back to where you were before.
Are you yanking my pizzle?
Yes, they certainly are. There is a very nice variety of medieval weapons for you to find, craft or steal. You can choose to bonk, chop, slice, shoot, whatever you feel like. We won't question your morals. You can find a playstyle that works for you. Weapons such as maces, shields, swords, daggers, bows, crossbows, and many others. Although the prologue is rather slow, once you are unleashed into the open world, the potential and growth of the game will capture you. The game sold 1 million units a day after release and has been receiving an overwhelming barrage of positive feedback. At points, it was hard to review this game with how immersed we became. It can be frustrating early game if you don't understand the combat mechanics. You will die, but if you're looking for the ultimate simulation of medieval life, crapping in holes, the Black Plague, being middle-aged at 25, to name a few of the great perks. If you're able to look past that, you see castles brought back to life, an immersive world full of greenery and soul, interactive and funny NPCs, complex, hard to master, yet beautiful combat, then we recommend Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We had a great time playing.
Oh, it's closed.
Well, if I'm not, then how come...
You chose a different path than I wanted for you. And maybe that's how it was meant to be. But once you've chosen the path of adventure, you have to fight. You have to fight till the bitter end, with all the strength you can muster. You still have a long way to go till your work is done, Henry. So pull yourself together and wake up. It's not over yet.